Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Good morning. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe, and you are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime of what you've been arrested for. As you stand before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plea out to your case, or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a bond or arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine this morning whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford an attorney, I can appoint the public defender's office this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call. If you have not been able to make a phone call yet to let friends, family, or your attorney know where you are, please let me know and make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent. You do not need to say anything about the facts of your case. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Even in the back row. Swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Who is that in the back row? What's her name? Bring her up. Whoever's in the back row. What's your name, sir?
Henry Trumpeter.
What's the last name?
Trumpeter.
Trumpeter, Judge.
Mr. Trumpeter, is there something wrong with your right hand? You have a medical issue I need to be aware of?
Yeah, I just had surgery on it.
Okay. What is your date of birth?
July 24th, 1957.
All right, you're here this morning for a felony petty theft. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Probably public defender. I'm going to plead insanity though, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, so
yeah, I'm sure it'll go real well.
We'll provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State prior record.
2004 out of Claremont. Petty theft, second or subsequent. 2004. Retail theft and resisting. Conviction. Violated his probation on that. 2007, FTA on a Willis. 2011, felony petty theft conviction. 2011, felony petty theft. 2013, felony petty theft. 2014, simple battery. Witness intimidation, violation of pretrial conditions, ×2, ×3, all convictions, convicted felon. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Trumpeter, I have an address here in Chamber Court in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
A year.
Do you have a job?
Got disabled.
Okay, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000, okay? We're going to see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning.
Why are you raising my bond?
It's based on your prior records, sir.
Come on.
Sir, you might want to be quiet now and walk away. Okay? We'll see you back to court on January 2nd. Courtney Vanilla.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ms. Vanilla. Can I have your date of birth, please?
September 14, 1992.
All right, you were here this morning for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for that.
No.
It says out of Seminole County, it looks like.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to, Seminole County is going to come pick you up, okay? We're going to hold you no bond pursuant to that violation of probation right now. They're probably going to come pick you up within the next 5 days. When you get over there, you can ask for a public defender if you cannot afford a private attorney, and they'll give you a court date when you get there, okay?
Is there any way that I can request a bail or bond?
You can request that through Seminole County. You can't do that here in Hernando. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks.
Kimberly Cords.
Good morning.
Hi, Ms. Cordes. Can I have your date of birth?
10/19/1980.
Okay, you were here this morning for failure to return rental property. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State for record.
Possession of controlled substance. Looks like last year in New York. It's almost showing judge.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and set your bond at $2,500. Okay, and we'll see you back to court January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Alina Greco. Hi, Ms. Greco. It looks like you have some things out of Hillsborough County, a violation of probation, and it looks like we also have a child support contempt case. So with regard to the violation of probation, they want no bond on that until you're brought to Hillsborough County, so we're going to keep that no bond at this time, okay? Hillsborough County is going to come get you sometime within the next 5 days. When you get down there, you can ask for the public defender, and you can get a court date when you get there.
Okay.
We also have a child support case for you. With
Yes,
a
$1,000
cash purge of $1,000. You're aware of that?
Can be paid?
I'm
Can that
sorry?
be paid? Can I go ahead and pay that?
Of course. You think
I mean, that's going to have to be paid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you're going to go ahead and pay that?
We'll get it paid by tomorrow. I can't do it. I don't have my debit card or anything, but
All right.
how does that get paid?
I'm sorry?
Like cash? It has to be cash? Share
Oh.
like at the... Okay, sorry.
I'm sure they accept all kinds of money. All right, so we're going to keep that at $1,000. And you said you're going to pay that tomorrow, which will just leave you the Hillsborough County case. And when you get down there, like I said, you can ask for a public defender and get a court date when you get there, okay?
Okay.
Terry Neal. Hi, Ms. Neal. What's your date of birth?
2/26/63.
All right, you were here this morning for failure to appear for a petty theft case on October 18th. Is there an offer for her to just resolve this case today? Do we know?
Moment, Judge. Yeah, we can resolve this time served.
Okay. Ms. Neal, do you want to resolve your case? You just get time served for the 2 days that you have in jail. Do you want to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand by taking a plea on this case that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, I'm going to take care of it today.
Okay. With regard to the petty theft, how do you plead? You plead no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 2 days Hernando County Jail, 2 days credit for time served. I'm going to reserve on restitution.
Please, Judge.
Okay. The state is going to reserve on restitution. So if they have any restitution in their case, they'll let you know within 60 days. And if there is any restitution, you have to pay that, okay? You're also going to have fines and court costs in the amount of $620. You need to come down to the clerk's office and tell them how you're going to pay that, okay?
Can I set up a payment, ma'am?
Absolutely, ma'am.
That is on disability.
We'll just do cost, 2 days noted. So she's in charge of that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Kimberly Willicke. And Ms. Willicke, what's your date of birth?
January 27th, 1982.
Okay, you were here this morning for possession of cocaine, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia. The bond is currently $4,000 total. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or you want the public defender's office?
I'll tell you public defender.
Provision appoint the public defender's office to represent you, state.
2004 probation violation with an unknown underlying. A couple months later, an FTA on a battery out of Pasco. It's like she was given probation, violated. 2005 battery, 2005 grand theft auto conviction, 2005 false name to Leo and probation violation, and another FTA, 2005 uttering conviction, 2006 violated probation, 2006 possession of paraphernalia, and another violation of probation, 2006 in November, Dwillis, May of 2007 uttering, violated probation, 2008 probation violation. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Willicke, I have an address for you on East Trail End Road in Floral City. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
I've lived there since 2013.
Okay, do you have a job?
Nope.
All right. All right, I'm going to set your bonds at $4,000 for count 1, $2,000 for count 2, $2,000 for count 3. $8,000 altogether. We'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Marley Wiley. Ms. Wiley, can I have your date of birth?
October 11th, 1986.
Okay, you are here today for felony petty theft. The bond is currently $2,000, and a possession of marijuana. The bond is currently $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
I did find probable cause for your arrest on both of those charges. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender's office, please.
A provision appoint the public defender's office to represent you, state.
Aggravated child abuse, which is a conviction, possession of alprazolam, possession of paraphernalia, convictions. 2013 out of Lake, grand theft, which is a conviction. To drop charges. 2014 out of Claremont, petty theft, second or subsequent conviction. Trespass to a structure as well, also conviction. 2014 out of Leesburg, felony petty theft conviction. Times 3, and false name to Leo. 2014 trespass and another probation violation. 2014, possession of clonazepam conviction, paraphernalia, and they made a note here that she is not a U.S. citizen. Can I confirm that this morning, Your Honor?
Okay. All right, Ms. Marley, I have an address for you on Orlo Baronson Trail in Claremont. Is that where you live?
Yeah, so it's a hotel in Kissimmee, not Claremont.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $4,000 and count 2 at $2,000. We'll see you back to court January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Joshua Beard. Oh, then we'll do the interpreter. Do we have an interpreter, please?
Your Honor, when the announcement was made, Mr. Molina didn't raise his hand, but I've been interpreting for him as late as yesterday, so I don't know why he did not raise his hand.
Okay, all right. Well, what was the last name?
Molina.
Okay, we'll call him next.
Carlos Molina.
All right. All right, you're Mr. Beard, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what's your date of birth?
1/29/1979.
You're here this morning for possession of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving while your license is suspended or revoked. They charged you with a felony. I found probable cause for The first two, I found probable cause for misdemeanor driving on suspended driver's license. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay. Commissioner appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2013 FTA, unknown source. 2015 conviction on Dwillis, second or subsequence. 2016 possession of controlled substance without prescription, conviction. Also paraphernalia and Dwillis, second or subsequent. 2016 controlled substance without a prescription and paraphernalia and an FTA. Looks like he violated his probation back in March. That's all I'm showing this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. For Mr. Beard, I have an address for you on Monona Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
All right. How long have you lived there?
7 months.
Do you have a job these days?
No, ma'am.
All right. Count 1, the possession of controlled substance. Keep your bond at $2,000 for that. For count 2, the possession of drug paraphernalia, you're going to keep your bond at $500. For count 3, pursuant to Florida Statute 322.34, subsections 10A, that's not a felony based on what I've been given. So at this time, I'm going to give you a misdemeanor bond, which is the $500. We'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 a.m., okay?
All right.
Juan Molina Fernandez.
How you doing, ma'am?
Good morning, Mr. Molina. Can I have your date of birth, please?
12/31/1987.
Thank you, Mr. Molina. You are here charged with a failure, not charged with, but you failed to appear on a charge in front of Judge Merritt on November 30th. Okay, those charges are burglary and a grand theft. So there is probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you already have the public defender on that case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you want them to stay on your case? Do you still want the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Make sure the PD's office is still on that case. All right. Judge Merritt wants you held no bond for right now until he can figure out what happened and why you didn't appear for court. We're going to see you back to court on December 29th.
They told me on the 2nd.
The 2nd? That's January 2nd? Yeah, that's Judge Turner. We're going to get you in earlier, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, December 29th is earlier. So December 29th at 9 a.m.
All right, thanks.
See you back to court then, okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Very good English. James Dottie. Mr. Dottie, can I have your date of birth?
4/2/89.
You are here today. It looks like a Polk County case. Looks like Polk County has a warrant for you for some type of motor vehicle offense, and they have no bond on that. So, oh yeah, it looks like it was a failure to appear for court.
Yeah, we can work release.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it was only for 5 days I had left on it.
Okay. Well, we're going to hold you no bond until Polk County comes to get you, and then you can go to Polk County. If you have a public defender, you can make sure you still have a public defender, and they'll give you a court date when you get there, and maybe you can take care of it the day that you get there, okay, since you'll have more time in.
Yeah, it's only for 5 days. That's all I have to do over there.
Okay. Well, they're going to come get you within 5 days. You can go over to Polk County and talk to them, okay?
All right, thank you.
All righty. Adam Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, can I have your date of birth?
12/03/92.
All right. You are here this morning for a DUI, possession of marijuana, and a possession of paraphernalia. It looks like your bonds are currently $500, $1,000, and there was already an ROR on count 3. I did find probable cause for your arrest on all 3 of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
I'm just gonna need a public defender.
Appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2010 misdemeanor cannabis and paraphernalia. 2010 petty theft and possession of alcohol under the age of 21. 2011 violated his probation. 2012 cannabis. 2012 attempted robbery, which was dropped. 2013 cannabis and paraphernalia. 2016 at Willis. It's up show, Judge.
Mr. Gonzalez, I have an address for you on Catalina Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
That's my mom's address.
All right, well, that's the address on your driver's license. How long have you lived with your mom?
I don't live there anymore. I have my own house.
Okay, how long have you had your own house?
About 7 months.
Okay. Might want to update your driver's license, huh?
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to do it yet.
Yeah, you've been so busy. Okay, so what is your address?
It's 16814 Sarasota Street.
Spring Hill?
That's Brooksville.
Brooksville? 34 what?
609, I think.
Okay, we'll figure it out. It's only been 7 months. All right, so you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm just dishwashing right now.
Alrighty. All right, for the DUI, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. For the possession of marijuana, I'm going to keep your bond at $1,000. And for the possession of paraphernalia, the FHP already gave you an ROR on that. I'll go ahead and keep that ROR. And we will see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
All right, thank you.
Robert Hamblin?
Judge, I know a little bit about this case. We're asking for a bond on this case because
There is a bond, $5,000.
No objections.
That's not what we sold bond. He showed up.
That's what it says on the warrant, $5,000.
He showed up to Judge Tunner's court yesterday on an unrelated issue and was taken into custody. The issue was that he's a return from PTI. His court date for the PTI was the day before. He just didn't receive notice. He's not trying to evade because he showed up the very next day.
Okay. Do you want to get him back into Judge Merritt sooner? I think he's got earlier dates than 1/9. I think he's got 12/27 or try to get
No
him
objections, to that, Judge.
Okay. All right. Mr. Hamlin, what's your date of birth?
11/4/96.
All right. You are here today for failure to appear for possession of controlled substance. Judge Merritt has given you a bond on that case of $5,000. I think that's appropriate at this time, but we're going to move up your court date. When's the soonest that we can get him in, Madam Clerk? Do you have an earlier date? Is it 12/12 a date?
It's a D docket case, and that would, pre-trial would be 12/15.
Okay, 12/15?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
9.
All right, we're going to move your court date up, okay? You have the Public Defender's Office representing you, so we'll note that. We'll see you back to court on December 15th at 9 a.m.
All right, thank you.
Okay? James Hunt. Mr. Hunt, what's your date of birth?
7/29/68.
Okay, you were here this morning for possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. The bonds are currently $10,000 and $1,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest on both of those charges. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody? You want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender's Office, please.
Provision appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, state.
2015 is misdemeanor violation of probation of some sort. 2016 trespass or structure of conveyance. It's all I can confirm this morning. It's a lot of paper here, and it's kind of a common name, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hunt, I have an address for you on Lake Drive in Weeki-Wachee. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 2 years.
Okay, do you have a job?
I work construction.
Okay. Okay, for count 1, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. Count 2, I'm going to keep it at $1,000. We'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
All right, thank you.
Troy Lemereau. Hi, Mr. Lemereau, can I have your date of birth?
6/27/88.
All right, you are here today for a violation of probation. Judge Toner signed the violation of probation warrant against you, and he wants you held no bond right now until you can figure out what's going on and why you violated your probation, okay? So we're going to hold you on no bond. Do you want the public defender on your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll make sure the public defender's on your case, and we'll see you back to court January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Thank you.
Daniel McKenna.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Mr. McKenna. Can I have your date of birth, please?
June 25th, 1960.
All right, you were here this morning for a charge of driving under the influence and not having a valid driver's license. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State?
Ignore the 1980s,
Yeah,
1990s. All I'm showing is a third offense DUI out of Massachusetts in 2014. That's all I'm showing, Judge.
And that's listed as a third DUI?
That's what it's listed as. I'm guessing at some point we'll be able to confirm something. So.
And that was in 2014?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. McKenna, I have an address for you on Meredith Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how long have you lived there?
A year and a half.
All right. I'm showing that you have a Massachusetts driver's license. Is that where you lived before that?
Yes.
All right. You have a job?
I'm disabled.
Okay. In the DUI, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. On count 2, I'm going to do an ROR. We're going to see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay. The 5,000, is that the full 5,000, or do I get 10% of that?
You can talk to a bondsman about that, okay?
All right.
All righty. Yohani Morales?
Thank you. Hello.
Mr. Morales, can I have your date of birth?
3/11/91.
All right. You are here today for a grand theft auto. The bond is currently $2,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Division appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State?
Appears to be a first offense, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Morales, I have an address for you on Villa Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
8 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I work Best Buy.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000, and we'll see you back to court January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
All right, thank you.
Michael Regard. Mr. Regard, what's your date of birth?
9/14/81.
Okay. Okay, you're here for a failure to appear on 2 cases, or 2 counts in front of Judge Merritt, which include dealing in stolen property and false ID to a secondhand dealer. He wants no bond on those right now, based on the fact that your prior record and what you score, that you score for the Department of Corrections. It has on here that you have 3 prior second-degree felonies, 4 prior third-degree felonies, and 4 prior misdemeanors. So based on that, we're going to hold you no bond right now. Do you want me to make sure the public defender's still on this case?
Yes.
All right. And we'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Oh, wait, that's trying to read it to Judge Merritt. Okay, hold on a second. Your court date is December 29th at 9 a.m., okay? Where's Mr. Regard? Mr. Regard? Is he still there? We also have you here for another charge, failure to return rental property. The bond on that is currently $5,000. Do you want me to make sure that... Oh, this is a Pasco. Okay, this is a Pasco County case, so we're going to keep the bond at $5,000 on that case. So Pasco County is going to have a hold on you for that $5,000 for that case for the failure to return property, okay? That's all we have for him, right?
Yes.
Eli Santiago. Okay, Mr. Santiago, we have you here firstly for a DUI and a driving on suspended driver's license. The bonds are currently $1,500. I did find probable cause for both of those. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office? Want the public defender's office to represent you, state?
Juvenile in 2012. Burglary. Resisting without. Petty theft. Those are juvenile withholds. Juvenile 2015. Burglary. By conveyance. Grand theft. Burglary of a conveyance. Convictions. 2016 as an adult. Withholding, carrying a concealed firearm. 2017, he violated his probation. And out of Volusia, it looks like he has an FTA currently from last month. So I'm showing Your Honor.
Okay. I have an address for you on, what is your address, sir? Where do you live?
1516 Jupiter Ave.
All right, how long have you lived there?
For about a month.
All right, did you live in Hernando County before that?
I've never even been over here.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No.
I'm going to set your bond on count 1 for the DUI at $2,000. Count 2 is $500 for the driving on suspended. We'll see you back to court on January 3rd. You also have a violation of probation out of Seminole County, and that's no bond. So we're going to hold you no bond on that Seminole County violation of probation. And when you get over to Seminole County, you'll get a court date then. So it'll be on demand. You'll get your court date, okay?
All right, so they're going to come get me within these 5 days?
Well, it depends. If you want to bond out on this case, then you'll be releasable to Seminole County. Unless you want to take care of this case first, then we're going to take care of this case first before you're released to Seminole. So you can talk, you've appointed the public defender in that case, and you can talk to the public defender about that, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Robert Schmidt.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Schmidt, what's your date of birth?
4/20/67, ma'am.
Okay, you were here for a failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt on October 20th. Did you find probable cause for your arrest? Did you have a public defender on your case previously?
On that, I did. I'd like to represent myself today on this failure to appear. My bondsman gave me the wrong court date. I called him up and he gave me a court date, what wasn't my court date. As soon as he called me back on the day, I got hold of the state attorney, I got hold of the public defender's office, I got hold of everybody, and to get this straightened out, we couldn't get it straightened out. My bondsman's supposed to be here to straighten this out, and I come in at 3 o'clock this morning and I couldn't get a hold of him. I got a baby due in the next 5 days, 10 days at the most. I would really like to see my baby born. I would take anything, if you got any kind of court stuff like they got that one where you do urine tests every day, call it test or call it color in or something. I just want to see my kid born. I was here on first appearance. I was here at first appearance in front of you, and you were going to give me 30 or 60 days, and I couldn't do the math quick enough to see if I was going to make it out before the baby come, and you pulled that from me, and now this, I'm having a rough time with this, man.
All right. We're going to hold you no bond on this warrant pursuant to Judge Merritt's warrant, okay? So it's no bond, but what I can do for you is I'll move up your court date to December 12th at 9 a.m. And you do not want me to appoint the public defender to represent you at this time?
Yes, I do. I want the public defender in other cases. I just wanted to be able to speak today.
Okay, we'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. See you back to court December 12th, okay?
Yes, ma'am. That's the nearest court date you can give me?
Yes, sir. Chad Vorhall. Mr. Vorhall, can I have your date of birth?
5/22/75.
All right, you are here for, it looks like, a violation of probation, the original charge being a possession of a controlled substance. There's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender's office to represent you. We're going to hold you no bond until we get you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Dean Wynn. Mr. Wynn, can I have your date of birth?
March 21st, 1968.
All right, you're here this morning for domestic battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender's office.
Originally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Mr. Wynn, I have an address for you on Peyton Place in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About 4 months.
Did you live in Hernando County before that, or somewhere else?
Many years ago, 30 years ago or so.
But where'd you live prior to the 4 months?
Lake City, Columbia County.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Ma'am?
Do you have a job these days?
No, ma'am. I'm currently trying to get on disability. I hurt myself.
Gotcha. All right, well, it looks like you have some open cases, Mr. Wynn. You have an open case, a 2017 MM3960. It looks like that is set for court on next week, December 13th. So what I'm going to do at this time, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 on the domestic battery. On that case, I'm going to hold you till 4 o'clock today. In case the victim wants to file an injunction against you, I'm going to order that you have no contact with Kimberly Ridpath. If you have any contact with Kimberly Ridpath while this case is pending, you'll be charged with another crime and you'll be held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way, and if she calls you should really hang up the phone. We're going to see you back to court on this case on January 3rd at 9 a.m. But you do have an open case, 2017 MM3960. That's in front of me, and that's set for December 13th. Because there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on pretrial release on that case, we're going to recommit you on that case and keep the same court date. So I'll see you back next week in front of me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Kyle Hamburg. Hi, Mr. Hamburg, can I have your date of birth?
October 16th, 1992.
All right, you're going to have to step a little closer to the microphone, okay? You're here today for an order on motion for civil contempt. It's a writ of bodily attachment saying you haven't paid your child support. The purge amount is $669. So what's been going on? Have you been working?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
I've been trying to get money to get name off get my name off his birth certificate. The baby mother is now trying to help me because he's not my kid. We need to get a paternity test.
Okay. Why haven't you been working?
Because I haven't been able to find.
Okay. Where have you looked for a job?
I went to Labor Ready. I went to all the places, but child support called me back. Not my kid, so.
You went to Labor Ready? Is that what you said? Okay, well, I can't just so we're clear, because you keep bringing that up, I can't make any determination right now that you are not the father of this child. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
That the only thing in front of me today is I have an order saying that you owe child support, and there's a purge amount of $669. I also, you said that you've been looking into Labor Ready, which tells me that you have the ability to work, and therefore the ability to earn money to pay child support, which you have not done. So I need to find that you have the ability to pay child support, and you have refused to do so. How much money can you come up with in order to get out of jail today?
Today I can't. I don't have anything.
Okay, I can't hear you. You're going to have to speak into
Today I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, when can you come up with some money?
By the end of this month I can have the purge.
Where are you getting that money from?
My girlfriend said she's gonna help me, and I also have somebody that owes me money that's supposed to be paying me sometime this week.
You live with your girlfriend?
We're currently homeless right now.
When was the last time you did work?
Like 6 months ago.
Alright. Based on the fact that you're homeless and you have not worked in 6 months, I'm going to find that you are not in willful contempt. We're going to release you today without a purge. Okay, but you need to get down to the Department of Revenue or Child Support Enforcement and try to figure this out, okay? Or we're going to keep going through this over and over again.
Okay.
Alright. Did I get everyone at the jail?